Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... Don't you mean nope reset? You know, the most obvious indication ever. No, but thank you. I happened to see the notification this time on the screen, so not too bad. Again, at least something went right in the setup for this, because yeah, naturally, you've all observed that it did take longer this time, and I think this time I'll tell you why, because it's somewhat entertaining as part of the intro. So, from yesterday, and I think it was not 2 days ago, but 2 Gacha reviews ago, Bon mentioned how that a lot of the reviews that we actually had been doing were all set in schools, because there's in contrast to ballet pops as one of the things to prop that series up and make a difference. And that idea sparked the concept of like, okay, let's look for one that's deliberately not set in a school. Not to say they don't exist out there, but it's just that there is a bit of a disparity. That reminded me of again the most well-known Gacha critic who is in the Gacha community. Let's say, aside from, I guess, if you count Yami, then not so much. But okay, that originated from the Gacha community. Let's say, but that being Gingerbread, used to make a point of emphasizing how stories that are set in high schools got negative points in terms of her reviews, because that would, the Ginger rated series. And that was one thing that, yeah, okay, I get that, because obviously also Gingerbread likes to offer advice on story writing, and one of the things was being original, and obviously in the Gacha community, having a story set in a high school flies directly against that idea on principle. So that's why it kept on being brought up. But yeah, like that memory, those two things combined, I thought, okay, instead of looking up specifically, Gacha stories not set in a school, because obviously the words Gacha and school will be in the title of that search, and therefore would, skew things for me, why not just go to the Ginger rated playlist and look through the ones that I haven't done already, and also don't look like they are set in a school. So after scrolling around through this video, this was the first one that struck me as, okay, doesn't seem to be set in a school. I think there is one school scene in here, but again, I scrolled through the video very quickly. This one, at least, seemed like the ideal scenario, at least on paper. And it is brought to us by none other than... Yeah. The great start. Actually, I'm going to leave that image on the screen, because there are a few things to dissect in this description that I think are fascinating. So if you're new to the channel, we have a bit of a history with same DNA content. We have relatively recently completed the review series of Royale Fairy Academy, or Royal Fairy Academy, to the point of the most recent upload at the time of this video. And let's just say, over the course of, I think it was 2-3 years maybe, of interspersing that series in between other reviews, we have been left less than satisfied with the outcomes, and more so as the series progressed. So yeah, this is something that I bring up Royale Fairy Academy particularly, not only just to give context as to the same day history, but also because there is something in here that's interesting. If you look at the contact sections, you've got the usual stuff like same day official, same day games, the standard stuff. However, in the middle of here, you have Roblox Rosabella stream, meaning that Rosabella was an existing username before RFA, if I've got my timeline correct. implying potentially a self-insert into that series. So just add that on top of the rest of things that have that we have that might have led RFA to its perceived downfall. As well as that, we actually have the actual description of this. So we have sharing with you this perfectly ugly rom-com gacha movie part 1. It takes a while to edit, so please forgive if this is short. I think it was like 12 minutes, so, not super short. So, relatively. Anyway, always remember that no one can make you feel ugly unless you let them. Fantastic. I'll be sure to remember that the next time someone calls me ugly to the face. It's as simple as that, just not letting them. Why did I never think of that before? All right then. So, obviously, we're in good hands here. Let's see what the actual video is like, shall we? All right, here we go. Without further ado, on with the review. Dito wants to join. Okay, 1 second. I still don't. Oh wait, no. Oh, that's right. I have you in the pop server. That's right. Well, not I have you on the pop server. You joined the pop server, so I can actually send you this link directly into Discord. There we go. Perfect. And I'll send you a friend request while I'm at it, because why not? Okay. Can't wait for pain. We'll wait no longer. Without further ado, on with the review. Oh yeah, that I forgot that was I think it was a part of like episode 1. That's same edit actually. So yeah, we open up the non-cliche, setting of this series with a character waking up in bed. Of course. I thought she was almost trying to like land on point with the music. Actually, maybe you never know. There are actually a few examples that I can think of off the top of my head of characters with like unique movements to them, aside from animated series. Kesru being the obvious example of people that have been animated in different scenes by different people, so they move differently in those just by naturally. But yeah, there are precious few gacha series where a character's form of movement stands out to such a degree. The biggest example I can think of is one that I haven't reviewed actually, but it's a classic gacha video called A Dangerously Cute Wolf, where the character moves around by doing somersaults and cartwheels everywhere. And that's and I have not seen that before or since in a gacha video. So the same logo. It's simple but nice. Sometimes that is what you want. Obviously, sometimes it's a case of that obviously corporations have gone a little bit too far in that direction, according to in the eyes of some people. But yeah, simple but nice is what you need a lot of the time. Don't make it too cluttered. It's like Beowulf said about designing OCs. If that like a lot of people add too many details at first, and then because of branding, it becomes super cluttered. Ironically enough, Beo, when he actually transitioned and made his new OC that was supposed to be more accurate to his real life self, he kept all of those details, but that's beside the point. Anyways, Dito, hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we have flowing water, which would have required a green screen effect. All right, so this is obviously
ugly.
Yeah, like naturally, this was made before. I'm pretty sure it was made before the first RFA episode. It was made the same year, but I think it was like a few months beforehand. So we're like an earlier step in terms of the editing evolution of Same Today, but it's nice to see that even by this stage, they're playing around with these things. That being said, why would you wash your hands by like wetting a single finger? That's not going to do anything.
Finger wash.
Okay, 2 liquids in a row.
They just filled it up, and now we don't see it filled.
Yeah, she seemed to be pouring it over the top of these jelly donuts, and nothing has come from that.
Then why didn't you just pour it from the kettle onto the donut?
I mean, that could have been a transition, honestly. Pouring one liquid and the same liquid being poured from that receptacle into that could have been nice. Thought. All right then. I mean, I don't just rinse one finger. No, I like to go one step beyond.
I like
Actually,
to do
should I
two
say,
fingers.
actually, no, should I say 9 steps beyond? Yeah. All right. Mackie, let's eat. Also nice to see the someone using the narrator function. Most people don't seem to like that for some reason. I think it's because it ultimately can look too cluttered on the screen. I personally prefer it to the speech bubbles because, I mean, they seem to be like awkwardly placed at the bottom and you have to like maneuver the characters and such if you're doing captions of that nature. But yeah. The Mac with a CK. You know what? Yeah, that's right. It didn't even occur to me. You're right. Well, Mackie, but yeah, close enough. Close enough. Actually, now think about it. How does Mac and Cheese please spell her username? It's been a while. I haven't checked.
Mac and cheese.
I think. Oh wait, I think that is Mac with just a C. Mac MACN cheese please. I think that's what I remember. Yeah. Anyway, let me the finger right now. Hopefully the washed one. Anyway, hi. I'm Hope Liz to Mary. Yeah, sounds funny, doesn't it? I'm Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven. Okay, so this is one thing that I actually did, because obviously I didn't want to spoil myself, so even though I said I checked the Ginger rated video, I scrolled through it, I skimmed it. This is actually one of the parts that I looked into, because, yeah, like, the Ginger style is more so like commenting over the entire series, or, well, sorry, an entire season of a series at the very least, and dissecting them that way in an edited format, unlike these live blind reactions. So yeah, like this part here was overscored by Ginger's commentary about the idea that you shouldn't introduce a character through narration this way to the imaginary audience, unless that's a thing that the character's going to do consistently throughout the series. Which reminds me, I need to make sure that Eric has enough which I can, because that's how I opened up that series. I need to remember to incorporate that again. Actually, wait, no, I said because it's Butterverse now, so no fourth wall in that. You know what? Complicated. I'll deal with that later. It ultimately, the advice is, yeah, like that is solid. It does mean, however, that we do know that this is not going to come back and the narrator will not continue. So that's not a mystery at this point. So, you know. Coriolanus sounds funny, doesn't it? I'm Moesha. Sounds funny, doesn't it? No one would dare make fun of either of those two. They get executed.
Off with their head.
Pretty much. So yeah, thank you for verifying that, Ghost Kitty. Yeah, it is in fact, Mac with just a C. All right, there we go. I'm Mira, but it's really pronounced Mira. Sounds funny, doesn't it? To some people, yes. I'm Ian, it's spelled E-I-N. And no one but the creator seems to think that that's weird. No, sorry, just to think that's not weird. Anyway. I'm the eldest child of the Tamaris. Wait a minute, Hope to marry? Okay. All right then. I see where this is going. So I have to look after this. Mackie, wake up!
5 more minutes.
Mackie!
What? Don't scare me like that.
I'm not scaring you.
Can you at least cover your face when you wake me up?
I will say, starting off the idea this character is apparently ugly from their younger sibling is a good way to ease us into that, because younger siblings would say this kind of thing even if they didn't actually mean it. So, yeah. Don't worry. We all know we all know that this this piano tune, rest assured. William hasn't watched as many gachas as the rest of us. Like, he's not as regular as everyone else is in that department, but yeah. Even he's caught on to this piano tune. Anyway. Sorry, to marries, they get engaged to Hope to divorce. Okay. All right, then. Yeah, like that's what I was implying before. It's like, oh, okay, fine. You know, seemed like an, you know, it did sound funny. And when you remove the Liz in the middle, then, you know, it becomes very clear. All right. Anyway. Mackie was a girl. Is Mac a girl's name or a boy's name? Well, it's. I mean, I'm pretty sure. So Mac can be the abbreviation of either one, and Mackie is like an endearment from either one. So I don't think in this case it that applies here. Anyway, from someone who can play about eBay's global. Oh, okay, all right. I mean, I guess it would be used in either situation, all things considered. Fair enough. But yeah, it's very common to hear this in gacha shows. In fact, actually, even Aiden used it in Running with You at one point, because this is the part where like there's a character who like shuffled over in time with the music that was not deliberate. He was like din 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 din. Anyway, there's you disrespectful child. I'm late for school. And again, I know they mentioned school in this. I've reviewed the video. We're in safe hands. At least in that regard. It's still same DNA, but we're in safe hands regarding school. Anyway. I said Gulpy, but I think that's Puppy Love. Yes, it is from Puppy Love. Another show that did, in fact, also use liquid green screen effects in a similar fashion. It was the same one twice rather than two different liquids, but, you know, there you go. Still something. Anyway. Excuse him. That boy is my brother. I know he's annoying, but I love him. And I know he loves me too. And all of the jelly donuts I prepare for him. He doesn't show it. Why was there a paw print there? Anyway.
Oh. What's for breakfast? Poison on her.
That's my Aunt Minnie. I mean Aunt Minnie. Okay, that's
Minnie Mouse? Question mark?
Yeah, no, she was she was the younger sister of my father, Desperate. Her name says it all. Well, her nickname does. I don't know about her actual name, unless she's a short queen, in which case maybe it does, but I don't know. Show cast at the school, we don't need it today. Please remove it from the GCMM. Her name says it all. Without further delay, let's unpause and get back to them. I don't know. I tried.
Have you gotten your paycheck yet? Hope.
Not yet, Aunt Minnie.
What? You haven't yet?
I guess she seems so bored. I mean, I guess because of the whole, you know, don't talk until I have my coffee thing, but my goodness, yeah.
And what about your rent for the house? You need to pay. And the food? Goodness, groceries are so expensive nowadays.
Not entirely incorrect, but I mean, again, still presenting this kind of particular character. Yeah. Also, yeah, not like already it's sinking in what this. You know, that at least I'll say it's pretty good characterization off the bat. If we're already getting this reaction from the chat, it shows that, you know, it's a successful portrayal at the very least. Oh, okay. I guess we're foregoing the narrator thing that I just commented a second ago.
Time for us to leave now.
Wouldn't be the first time I praise same DNA only to have immediately need to retract the statement. Anyways, you better study.
Don't speak to me. They might think you're my sister.
Like he still has one of the rice balls there. Yeah, no, they're not jelly donuts. Oh, okay, domestic abuse. All right then. If Hope doesn't drive, she's not old enough to work. That is not how that works. Anyway, yeah, but as far as yeah, speaking of things that not how it works, yeah, define the laws of physics right there. That much is true. Anyway, but I am your sister.
Kidding. Okay, now go. You'll be late for work.
But I'm too young on account of not owning a vehicle. Of course, that's how that logic.
Oh right.
Anyway, actually, wait, we have a thing for that statement. There it is. There you go. You're welcome, Bon.
Oh.
Oh, right.
The next stop is Fulton Street.
Okay, another thing I appreciate is the fact that we've I'm not gonna say masking this because I think this has been like this background has been cropped out, edited in an art program, re-imported with like the transparent windows and has the green screen. So I know it has a different background behind it. And that's how I'm moving it. So not entirely. So everyone else would be green screens, but yeah, that's what I'm assuming is how this was done. But yeah, does show commitment and can or alternatively, I think I have seen a background that's similar to this that was brought up actually by Beowulf, I mentioned earlier. But yeah, either way, again, another initiative regardless. There you go. Also, we don't know when Hope came into her situation, so again, we don't have this information going on. And even if she did start to learn to drive at 16, doesn't mean she passed her exam. There's also another thing. Yeah. So yeah. So either way, save enough money. When I save enough money, I'll definitely buy my own car and use the license I assume that I have. By the way, what is that one bunny doing? He's not holding onto anything on a train that he's standing up on and is actively trying to dance in the middle of.
He's not a street performer. He's a subway performer.
I have seen that, I've seen people do that, especially common like in Madrid. But usually that's musicians with instruments. You rarely get dancers performing in moving trains. So Also, yeah, this much is true. Yes, I this comment I'm 100% behind. Yes, air pull-ups, of course. 10 reps of 20 keep. Wow, that's significant. Yeah. Yeah. Look at these background characters, so adorable. I hope nothing happens to them when the train breaks for the station.
I hope they don't go barreling towards another train.
I mean,
so unfortunate.
that would be significantly worse and probably much more unexpected. But yeah, all right. What did you miss? Well, you missed the character's introduction. This character's name is Hope to Marry. So I think she might share one of your curses, KW. Anyway,
the random KW shade, bro.
Oh yeah, like. It's not so random once you know like our combined history, but nah, yeah. All right. Anyways, Mackie and I won't be able to leave. You're currently on a vehicle right now. If anything, save up for a place where you can go to rather than a car and take the train to get to said location. Like what?
From this day forward, you two will be living here.
Until such a day as you can buy your own car. That is my prerequisite.
Your parents are gone. You can't bring them back, even if you sob. So their parents are dead.
Yes, I mean, it was implied before. I didn't want to say because I did, again, for my scrolling, I did know this already. But yeah, like based on the situation and how like the aunt was gonna charging Hope to stay there and all that stuff. it did suggest the parents were at least not in the picture, and this is the reason why. So yeah.
And Hope, you're old enough now. Your parents only left a small amount of money. So you'll have to stop going to school for now.
And that's why I knew there was going to be little to no school involved in this episode. And from this point on, I stopped looking into where it was going to go. Aside from like one part where the word princess was mentioned, but we'll see. Again, wouldn't be the first, same DNA show to surprise us with the main character being a princess. Actually, wait, no, it would technically it might be the first because it's aired
Matthew
before. So, yeah, maybe not.
So
like
you forcing one of them to drop out?
I mean, essentially. I mean, based on circumstance, she probably would have had to drop out anyway in order to if she's being forced to like help support Mackie in the first place, and pay the rent that she's assumed is going to be charged because that was implied earlier. So this Mackie would have been the situation anyway at some points, but I guess the aunt just laying it out crystal clear.
How old is Hope? Like 17, 18?
Old enough. I mean, she's old enough to not to not be in compulsory education anymore, and that depends on like what country this is set in. And since I don't know the answer to that, I can't really respond. But so there you go. Over 16 for sure. Yeah, I don't know of any like countries off the top of my head that have a legal driving age below 16, aside from farmers' children. Actually, they can drive tractors at 14, apparently, in certain places. So aside from that, she can get a tractor and take Mackie out there, but it might take her a while.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Oh, there we go. She's 16 then. Okay, so there you are. Which, by the way, another thing that Gingerbread mentioned was the fact that we could have just had that scene to establish like who everyone was and what their whole deal is, rather than the narration. In fact, we could have had the aunt yelling at Hope with her full name in order to cement that in an earlier scene. So that those two things, I agree with now having seen them. Yeah. Anyways,
I mean, you have to leave so early. But it's okay. I promise Mackie and I will be good. The current station is same road 123.
Oh, it's kind of like DNA Street, which I think was where Rosabelle lived in RFA. I think, if I remember correctly, or DNA Village or something. A lot of self-inserts in same DNA content now I think about it.
It's crowded here. I'll call you later.
Where did he come from? Did he just appear in and then? First of all, this is not very much of a crowd at all.
Is this the guy with the last name To Divorce?
Potentially, we'll see.
Wow, this boy smells so good, and he's so handsome too. I turned up to nose so I could smell him specifically. Look at my two nostrils.
No one likes you. You smell random people.
I assume it just means just in general, not having sniffed them. But then again, the idea that she's retracted a nose now for this express purpose does suggest that there was a conscious effort. She didn't smell that guy, so
maybe that guy just smells so putrid.
Or his own scent has been masked in some way. I don't know. He only shows up when it's relevant. Great, yeah. It's like in My Street where they acknowledge that werewolves have noses, as if it's like an embarrassing trait that someone would have in that world.
Right. I can take a photo of him and make it my wallpaper.
That's not a good thing to do without permission. That's not a good thing to do.
Yeah, also, what a surefire way to eventually, every same DNA character eventually becomes unlikable. I guess it only took, what, 4 minutes? There we go. Right after your tragic backstory, you're going to ruin it for us. Okay, then.
You're gonna ruin it by being a public creep.
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
My phone!
You can't
You're gonna
take a guy's phone.
She's going to take a picture, send it to herself, and with this guy's phone having been fully aware. Right. So another thing that that as I mentioned in previous reviews, we've made a bunch of miraculous ladybug jokes from same DNA content because particularly because of the characters being named Adrian in RFA. It's a whole thing. Actually, someone in the comments of the Ginger Rated video mentioned as a fun fact, because what Ginger does is sort of introduce the Gacha tubers and a bit of their background at the time of the videos in question. Someone in the comments said that apparently Same Today used to do a lot of miraculous content, but deleted all the videos except for 2 that are related to that, and that was several episodes ago. So I guess I guess making your blue-haired protagonist a creep was just a little bit too tempting at the time.
If
Good.
if someone did that to my phone, I would ask them to get kicked off the train.
I mean, who would you ask is the question, because these places don't tend to have train marshals of any sort. So it would be kind of it'd be a bit difficult to do that, I think. Anyways, red flags time. And also battery charging time.
There's a lot of white.
It is?
I'm reading the comment.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Oh, in front of the screen. Okay. Oh, no, you only meant clothes. Okay, yeah. All right. Red flags, they're bad for me and you. Red flags, next time think your cat is through.
Unless being a big red flag is their entire character.
It's the tune, but it's not the lyrics. The lyrics were red flags, they're bad for you and I. Red flags, next time call the FBI. There you go. That was it. What's going on anymore? Yeah, you were confused before. This has clarified nothing, I guess. This is this character has completely changed, I guess. I guess without, the family pressure and or responsibility, this is her natural environment, I suppose. It's just not really the ideal natural environment for us to relate to this character and follow on with their journey with Gusto.
Do you think that guy in the hood's gonna be the bad guy?
If anything, he might be the good guy. If he karate chops the phone out of her hand, he'll be the good guy in my eyes. We'll see.
Sorry, I just need to call my phone.
You
then
can
ask.
Ask. Yeah, we can ask permission. They just started doing things it's going to be mad. Anyway, I guess she's going to commit a felony anyway. Might as well be in the place that she's planning to leave anyway. When you think about it. Cause they're California MIA. Oh my goodness. Hello. Anonymous edits. Welcome back. I'm sure you're very confused about that, but there you go. Apparently that's what you do with the original. Oh yeah. Because we fixed it because of the meter. That's right. Yeah. Ah, I see. Well, good. Just as well, she stole a phone to confirm that her phone was stolen. Truly, the ends justify the means in this situation. Anyways,
the current station is DNA Mall.
Thief!
And now he says thief as well, because of course he would. This did actually happen at one point on the Madrid subway. To some family friends were visiting us, someone like kept on like bumping into them by accident. Then it turns out I think it was their wallet at the time that was stolen, not really their phone, but similar idea. And then like I missed this because I was looking somewhere else. I was like staring at one of the maps because that's one thing I used to do as a child. And yeah, like at one point, like I think, yeah, like my mom just like tells me like, okay, we're getting off this station. Like, wait, but we've got one more station left. And then suddenly like everyone's running. I hear the family friend screaming ladron, ladron, which is thief. You know, normally say al ladron, like, you know, stop thief in that sense. But you know, they were close enough. You know, they weren't from Spain. It was just it. But they just happened to know the word. And then because the person knew they would have been caught on, like, you know, they weren't dangerous enough to continue, they just dropped the wallet on the ground and kept running. So we recovered the wallet, but the person wasn't caught. So, you know, there you go. Some say, you know, they're still out there to this day, you know, 14 years down the line or something, still pickpocketing and still not getting away with it. I don't know. Anyway. Also, I do not know this this series that you're mentioning. I don't know if any. I've not heard of this, so unfortunately, can't help you there. Anyway,
so which one of you exactly is the thief? The one dressed in the Where's Waldo outfit, and the guy from Hot Topic.
I'm hoping that they just point to the person like to their like left, as being like, just it's like down the line.
It would be even more funny if they both pointed at Hope.
I mean, well, I mean, but maybe the guy might want to lie potentially. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll look it up. We have reviewed shows featuring figurines that and or other types of toys before as the main focal point, haven't we? Good of you. But yeah.
Oh, I made one of those when I was a kid. I made like a figure show when I was a kid. I don't know where it's at. It's out there somewhere.
I was going to ask if you still had the footage. I was really curious about that. Yeah. My brother used to do that. Like you know, home movie style. He never published them anywhere. So, but yeah, don't really. Yeah. Unfortunately, but I do remember what some of them were like because I was in the room when he filmed them, and I was the only person I was the only person he really showed them to. So, yeah. Anyway. Also, I get 2 passes before the Soul Bingo now. That's amazing. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Called it. All right. That's a bingo. That's a bingo right there.
Shoot your fingers just to point at him.
Yeah. In fact, we'll also give KW a bingo right now for backwards hand, or I guess twisted hand, because I mean. Anyway. Wait, why me? Just because I stole your phone to cover up my stolen phone? That makes me a thief as well? What are you talking about? Backwards hand isn't a bingo by joining us. Honestly, backwards hand probably should be a bingo. We should probably add that to the list.
You guys have a whole bingo game?
KW, there you are. Well, we used to do this thing, yeah, like particularly around the Judge Jack's films versus Sniper Wolf kind of thing, where you know, like the whole Sniper Wolf bingo thing started to like gain like its most notoriety. It's been a thing for like a year up until that point, because a lot of gachas end up like crossing the same territory. We made a bingo. It was many tended to voice acted gachas, and then it kind of like stopped working functionally speaking. So we kind of dropped that. But but Bon has a different bingo for things that keep happening on Gacha Review, which is mainly running gags and catchphrases, but you know, other occurrences as well, such as KW joining.
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't say whether I was going to join this stream or not. I just said I was just chilling in the live chat. Yes, I said let me in, but earlier
you saying you're going to join the stream.
Yeah, but I said earlier, I was like, I'm just chilling the live chat. I didn't say whether or not I was going to join the live stream, or I didn't even say I wasn't going to join the live stream. I was just chilling, doing whatever, just listening to you guys talk until I saw the abomination of the twisted / backward / whatever that thing is called hand. That is not a hand. That is not. That is something like
I'm
I
an
don't know.
80s gangster firing a gun.
Why? Why does people just keep, like, is it too hard to change the hand? Like, you've been moving the arm, you've been moving the leg, you've been moving the eyes, you've been moving the mouth, you've been moving the head and changing the backgrounds and whatnot. But oh no, making sure the hand isn't backwards is so hard for me.
I don't want to hear about it.
The implication actually is that you know, that like the other question is like, is it hard enough to look at your own hands as a frame of reference? You know, if you point to somebody, where is your thumb pointing? Usually upwards. You have to, like, again, make a deliberate effort to be like, yeah, okay, there we go. I'm pointing like this now. This is natural, right? This is how people point.
Can I see the reversed hand again?
Well, this. Oh, you mean in the episode? Okay, hold on. Yeah.
It's just, wait. If I say I'm chilling in the live chat and place you word, how is it implying that I wasn't? I'm just saying I'm chilling because I just got here.
I can do that.
Here's the difference. You know, you're saying I'm chilling in the live chat, you know, implying, you know, for the time being, that's my state of things. Bonus interpreting I'm chilling in the live chat, being like, today I am chilling in the live chat, and that is what I intend to continue to do until the end of the video. And that's why he's saying, like, oh, that might potentially count. Even though it technically doesn't, it's like, I can see why you draw that conclusion.
Well, I don't think that should count as a bingo. I have to say, oh yeah, I'm just chilling in the live chat since I don't know what's going on. I never said I was going
to... In contrast, if the bingo is simply you joining rather than you saying that you're not going to join and then doing so, this would count as the bingo. The mere act of joining would qualify.
I'm just saying. I'm like, I never said I wasn't, but I never said I was. Yeah. So like it was ambiguous. You don't know what I was going to do, Bond. All you know, I was just chilling in the live chat. Just chilling.
You appear on demand to complain about the hands, but you know that you don't fight the bingo, no. Don't you
I will fight the bingo. I'm just saying, like, he has no right to assume that. Just saying.
I can point like Hope's pointing right now.
Well, so can I, technically. I mean, you know, like, it is a thing you can do with human hands. It's just not the natural form that someone would point with. That's the
bingo.
thing.
Can you tell your advice to bingo? I'll let that count. Because yes, I am going to find a bingo. What do you expect? Here's the thing: you never set up the rules.
Well, were you just not paying attention enough when he explained the rules?
I've just been trying to say something here. Here's the thing: I never said I was joining the live stream. You are right, but I never said I wasn't. I said I was just chilling.
Conversely, if the mere act of joining is the bingo, then it wouldn't matter what your intentions were to begin with. You're here now, so it would count.
Yeah, me being here, that's fine. That can be counted as bingo. Me being like, oh, bingo, KW is joining the live stream. But no, it has to be bingo. Someone said they weren't going to join the live stream, but here they are.
Oh, like, this is like right underneath. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that!
Okay, that does change things. I missed that. Yeah, that does change things a bit, actually.
Exactly! You see now why I'm defending myself? Because I'm like, no, I never said I wasn't. Yeah!
Bon.
See?
Bon, what if I fight the concept of bingo? Not the bingo itself.
I mean, I think that, you know, as an umbrella, that would sort of encapsulate it, but, you know. My bingo, my rules, make your own. My goodness, we have a third Gacha review bingo. Okay. Well, I guess the first one is about the videos, not about the reviewers, but anyway.
Why you moving me? Finger. You say to yourself, well. Okay, I'll make it. Bingo! Bonnet decided to do a bingo when it shouldn't be a bingo because I never said I was joining the live stream.
Wow, that's very specific.
It is, but honestly, a lot of the bingos are specific because we keep doing the same things. I will say, we have our own cliches on Gacha review. To be honest, like that was the original point of pointing that out.
I probably said that bingo wrong, but it's still making a point. The
Bingo,
bonus making stuff up.
The character,
I am impressed
asking,
off, like,
why me when they obviously did something wrong.
I am impressed after like 300 episodes of our cliches. People still watch us, but
Bingo, a character says why me when they obviously did something wrong.
Bingo, there's a police car. Police officer. Why did I say car? Oh my god! Bingo, KW's brain is going fast as speed of sound.
Okay, that would be a bingo, actually. That would be an actual bingo, because that happens all the time, yeah. Alright.
Bingo, Dito messes up French.
Dito isn't here right now. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying... Oh, no, yeah. Oh, sorry, your accent. I had Dito as in, like, D-I-D-O. Sorry, never mind. That was a brain fart on my part. Okay. But you haven't said anything in French yet, so another thing.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, this is also part of the bingo. I do remember this one.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
I did a bird laugh. I didn't know.
Wait, do your bird laugh.
Someone hasn't made me laugh. I can't.
Yeah, it doesn't really work on command. That's like one of those like big moments. Yeah, pretty much.
Go ahead, someone make me laugh. Try to make it a me laugh challenge. Go.
All right then. Did somebody say making about someone laugh? Well, here we got the clown for you. There it is, everybody. Everybody dance.
Here's the thing. In this lore, I hate Chuckles, but Chuckles just coming out of nowhere made me laugh because I didn't expect it. I thought he was going to try to do like something Kaiba related or something else. It was Chuckles.
It's cinnamon toast crunch.
I'm the blue-eyed white dragon.
Exodia.
You're your last pathetic card, KW.
I forgot about Chuckles.
Impossible. No one's ever been able to summon him before.
About Chuckles. That was like the last scene in my
mind. What really gives away that I'm like going for Chuckles if I'm just reaching to a specific corner of the screen.
That's fair. I was just looking at something else entirely. So I didn't see you like reaching for something. Oh my god.
We need a bingo for Dito peeking the microphone. Now that he's becoming a regular. Might as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I should have expected Chuckles, but I didn't.
No one expects Chuckles.
Doing that, also like in like the Adventurous lore, like Gideon canonically hates him, for haunting him and everything, but he actually still generally laughs at his clown antics. Well, that might just also be the player, but yeah. Okay, welcome back, Diso.
My mic just stopped working for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. It's it's a very rare thing that definitely does not happen to you all the time. My effing ears, Gricko. Yeah, pretty much. Don't you remember? You took my phone! Man, you see, it's like this. Have you heard of the greater good?
Have you heard of this guy right here?
Yeah. This guy who I just assaulted in front of a police officer.
Guy
this guy here. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, obviously.
He stole my phone while I was daydreaming. About
dang.
nothing in particular.
Dang. Dang.
Then
Then
why
why
did this
did
man
he-
say you were the thief?
You see, ma'am, I needed to borrow his phone
You see,
so
I
I
need
could
to
call
borrow
my
his
mom.
phone so
I didn't even ask. I just
I could
grabbed
call
it.
my own, yeah.
Well, my own.
My
She
question!
can't call her mum, you know.
Please, fix your hand! Oh my god!
Borrow? You
Oh.
didn't even ask. I mean, he's got a point.
Sorry, okay? I panicked. I'm like Stephanie Laughter. I panicked without my phone. I can't function without it in this day and age.
By the way, I like
Then
how his phone is
Mr.
so much larger
Then
than hers. I
Mr.
just saw for like a second. Hold on, before we move on, I want to see if I can get like a image of the two phones together. Look at the difference between the phone sizes in the bottom left corner. Also, I didn't
One's a
look at the
tablet,
panic.
one's
That's
a
true.
normal phone.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the phone props in Gacha, would allow for them to be the same size as most phones are these days, but I don't know. Anyway, how am I supposed to study while listening to Spotify? God, yeah.
Anyways,
Still a phone.
my bets
so
on
it
how
explodes,
the parents
okay.
died. My bets on how the parents died is train accident.
Yeah. Time to say it together. I can't do two impressions at once, so you're gonna get Gideon instead. If I'd known by
If I
punching him
know
in the
punch him
gut would have caused him to harm me for the rest of my days, I probably still would have done it.
Also, I didn't see
There you
GK's like
Time to
profile
say it
up
together.
close, but like, oh my god,
If I
solid,
had
I like you.
known that punching him in the gut would cause him to haunt me for the rest of my days, I probably still would have done it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was solid, KW. Wait, what did I say? I kind of forgot. Not gonna lie. Brain freeze.
mean-
So did I.
No, not brain freeze. Brain
Brainstorm.
brain brain song. Wait, brain fart or brain? No.
Brain blip. Let's call it brain blip. Yeah.
Brain blip. There we go.
Okay.
Oh no!
Don't
Oh
want
no!
him,
Oh no!
Don't wanna, man. Tristan don't wanna. So she is Hope to marry, and he is Tristan don't wanna.
Mary don't wanna. What's the black little guy's last name? What's the black?
Close enough. Almost to yeah.
What if the
Close
black?
enough. Yeah.
What if the black dressed guy? His name is Two Double Worth.
Oh my god!
Maybe. Yeah.
And then we have a love triangle. Even though I hate love
No.
triangles.
No.
in most
His
stuff.
No. His name is actually Meal Along.
No, Jacob, no, just no, please, no.
Ella.
No.
I'm sorry, am I missing context here?
Yes, you are.
Very much
That's a
so.
line from Cinderella's castle. Well,
The Star Kid thing. Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I
you-
got.
Watch behind you.
Well, I mean, it's technically it happened now. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of now. All right.
I should have known. I was just like, I thought. I did. Why did I? Why?
You wanted to. You were committing to the bit, and then you became the bit.
Exactly.
It happens. Yeah.
Oh
Also, no Sonic shirt today. Although I'm actually wearing my typical, attire, my fancy attire. So, I guess. That. What was that supposed to be? Duh, duh, duh. Give me time to realize. Anyway. How can Tristan hear? Yes.
I'm wearing a chicken shirt.
Yeah, they could be hearing aids, Ghost Kitty, or they could also just be like not turned on right now.
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't notice there were earbuds. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where's the tie-dye? It's currently drying, actually. It's on the hanger. Anyway. So, Mr. Don't Wanna, should we detain these two? Well, I mean, obviously, like, detain one of them, but he wasn't pressing charge as the other
Wait,
one, but okay.
I only have one in.
Tie dry. Nice.
So missing.
Me too. Why me, Mum? You just admitted to theft
You
and
just
assaulted someone in front of the police officer.
Did we detain these two?
You have admitted to
Yes.
one crime and committed another one in front of the police.
If you do the crime, you do the time.
And now
Unless
you're
you
resisting
die.
arrest. Fantastic. Oh wait, no, she meant like more so like you can't detain me.
No, as I always say, if you do the crime, you do the time, unless you die.
Mm-hmm. Tie bye, tie sigh. I want to tie cry. I'm not even gonna tie try to match those.
Please have pity. I have a brother. He won't have anyone to take care of him.
Technically, he will, but Aunt
You
Minnie is
admitted
like
to thievery.
Aunt Minnie's like a non-entity. She's like a non-entity, so she doesn't really count. Oh, also, one thing I forgot to mention as well, we talk about don't want to and hope to marry, is actually this is like is actually a common thing in Saint-Denis videos, because remember the singing competition was where we got all the names like no, I'm
Yes,
not your
we can.
baby and such, or like the pseudonyms. I feel like they probably work better as pseudonyms rather than like official names of people. But nice to see that Saint-Denis had like the same impulses from one show to another. Yeah. And they want to type. Yeah, I mean that is also consistent throughout Saint-Denis videos, but all right.
I don't know.
I'll
if
do
this is-
anything. Just please don't put me in jail. I mean, I guess because he has to press charges. I guess for this crime, I think is the assumption, because otherwise she'd be pleading to.
Yeah. Also, I just realized the police officer's hair matches her skin a little bit too much.
Yeah, true. Aside from the highlights, of course. I'll pay you, but I don't have money right now. I'm saving up for a car because I need that to go California MIA. Oh, okay, all right.
What?
Wow!
Yeah.
I did
Wow!
not hear you.
Yeah, that's my number. I put it in with one one button click. I guess in one smooth motion. I guess they do everything with one finger in this universe. I suppose. All right then. One finger's all it takes
His
in your contents aggregate.
number's
Anyway.
2.
Mm-hmm.
His number's 2.
I'll call you when I'll call you when your debt is due.
I'll call you
Yeah, he's
All
actually
the
just
other
sending
fingers
my
are
friend.
just
when
like
your
cross
debt is due.
athletics.
I wanted you to pay your debt. Okay, that actually did not work.
I'll
I'm
call
so
you
sorry.
when I say, what are you, a loan shark?
No, just be like, Ooby doo, I will collect from you. I will call you when your debt is due. There you go.
Jacob's better than me, everyone. Jacob's better than me.
She's
Like,
gonna
I ain't trying to do parodies
I was
like
trying
that.
to
You're gonna need
fix
a
it. I wasn't
Toby
gonna
wash
go,
a
okay.
single finger now. Because she put her hands on the floor.
I mean, that is consistent with what we've seen so far in the series. So I'm just going to the floor. We haven't cleaned it yet. Oh, my apologies. Where's your bathroom? Okay, fine. There you go. I'm clean again.
Jeez.
It's okay, Chief. I withdraw my case. Thank you.
Oh no! Hello, ma'am? I'm sorry I'm late, ma'am. You see, I stole someone's phone. No, wait, let me explain.
I assume this is her
Jeez.
boss calling, so, you know. Alright. This British all the football soccer fans manage to come up with unique charts and matches all the time. From what I've heard, there are a few that end up
They're
being like
taking her just to
repeat
get her
ones, but
number?
that is
Well,
actually
well,
that is actually very true. That you know some of them just come out of nowhere. But they're all parodies of songs, so you know it's the same. It's the same skill. A lot of people will say also that they can't sing in general, and then they will like
Tamed
belt
her
like
and got her
very,
number
and
for
then they'll
some-
belt super high
so
notes
she can pay
at
her.
like. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. Then they'll belt like high notes in like football chants without realizing that's what they're doing. Okay. What were you saying? Ethan?
Sorry.
Oh, never mind then.
I promise I won't do it again.
What I made of. Sorry. When you were talking about singing, I just stopped
Vaughn, he didn't detain her just to get her number. He got her number so she could pay him.
We know. We know that.
Why are you
And then she
crying?
turns on him. All right. Well, I mean, because he's not going to get off. He actually, you know, fully intended to commit theft. And also, he got assaulted by her, so he's probably scared of her to some degree. Which would make sense.
Yeah, why'd that kind of look like Josh a bit?
A little bit. I'll try giving him Josh's voice then. Bro, sorry I'm late. I'm used to it. So, where to? You know it's Celine's birthday next week.
Technically, he dropped
As you
his
know.
case. But the other guy can start a new case about the assault.
Okay, now that you've like showed a perfect picture, look at the two.
As soon as we say Josh's name, he shall appear.
Yeah. All right, there we go. That was another bird laugh example, by the way, Dito.
That was funny.
Anyways, as we know, it's Celine's birthday next week. I still don't know what to give her. How about throwing a party for her? I don't think she's ready for it. I know, but what if it helps her? Like, you know, obviously introverts love having surprise parties thrown at them. It really helps with their morale and self-esteem. Obviously. Like-
Obviously.
Obviously.
Man, maybe I should do like a Harry Potter or like a or something like that, so you can just play Severus Snape.
I will audition for everyone that exists. My calling is finally upon me.
Rolled up on the ground and started crying.
Oh my god. Okay.
You think I'm auditioning for what, Sonic characters? No.
Alright, guys, I
Everyone in the world.
I have been honing my craft for years. You will expect perfection from my auditions. There you go.
I've never seen him get so excited about that. Oh my god, at least not in a long while. Then I was like, oh, maybe
No,
I should
you're
do
even
it.
You got it. Yeah.
Well, you're not.
It was just so funny. It's just like, oh, maybe I should do it. Everybody, I will do every
down.
single character.
Boy.
And let me party in front of this. Let me in. King W, let me in.
Mhm. So that's how Mrs. Weatherpots. Nice, I'm not willing to let that one go. Yeah, now you get it. Me in, coach. Yeah.
Let me in.
Mhm. Have your family?
Oh,
Oh,
by
sorry.
the way,
Have your
can you
family
guys
and your
still
friend
hear
be
me?
at the party? Wait, did I miss a line? Hold on a second. I think I skipped a line. Oh, you're thinking more demon voice? Oh, okay, right then. Put me in, coach. There you go.
So done. So done. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just done. So done. I want to get out of here before my demons came and attack me. Hearing the voices, all the guys I like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can definitely do the voice of the guys you like. Don't worry.
No. We don't need. We don't need that. We don't need that.
100% an option. I think like Ghost Key demanded Kaiba earlier, but that was like to make you laugh. So it wasn't quite the same. I'm not really a funny character, let's say. At least not on my own. Yeah, see, not exactly funny. There you go.
Does KW like Satan? No. I mean, what do you mean by Satan? Hold on. We need to really think about here. Okay, because here's the thing. Technically, Satan is supernatural. No, who is Lucifer technically?
No, we mean Satan from Missions of Occulta that's kind of possessing Scooby's body. Speaking of which, I think we've got an episode starting to do tomorrow, if I recall from our scheduling. So,
Dude, chat, remember that. Put that on your schedules. You do like Satan.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Wait, Lucifer, I don't say he's hot, but I do think like he is kind of cool.
Ooh, Ashley.
Cross my heart, I hope to die and never come back alive again.
If you die, you'll just come to me in my domain.
Oh.
Actually, wait, you're too much of a good person. Never mind, scratch that. Don't die, please. There you go. All right. I guess the faster voices do make a laugh sometimes, yeah. All right.
You're saying hear me out with the literal Satan. Yes, because I'm saying hear me out. No, here's it. Okay, you gotta hear me out. Demon Dean from Supernatural, okay? Like, with the whole, like, mark on his arm at one night, and he became all that demon and trying to, kill his brother or whatever. I'm like,
That's not Satan, right? Or was it? I don't actually know. I don't know the law. That wasn't actual Satan, was it?
well, I mean, there was Satan, and then there was, like, the angels who possess, like, people, and then there was, like, demons who claim they're Satan who possess people, and then we have, like, the king of the underworld. I was going to say the otherworld, but I don't know if that's allowed, so, king of the otherworld, and then he's like, I'm bored because all I do is just signing stuff and whatnot. I want entertainment or whatever. Hey, let's make Dane a demon or whatever, whatnot, and have some fun right there. And then there's an alternate dimension where there's angels and demons fighting in this world, and there's no human barely alive or anything like that. I will die and sacrifice myself to try to keep the brothers get back home or whatever. And people are gonna miss me or whatever. Oh yeah. Have you seen my mom? Yeah, my mom is a very old witch, but yeah, she's kind of hot.
Okay. I got like half of that, but yeah, all right. Well, what a way to end off that tirade. Also, the only Satan on the bite is Axe Jaegerman or Max Jaegerman, because then I can call you Grace Chastity. Not the most flattering comparison, let's say. Grace Chastity is a fantastic character, but I would not want to meet her in real life. That's what I was thinking. Like I got like half of what she was saying, and yeah, that was like the final takeaway.
I promise you, he did not actually say that. I'm just saying, like, technically, his mom is hot. I will say that.
Okay, all right. That was your opinion, not Dean's or Demon Dean's or whatever. Okay,
yeah. Wait, what was I saying again?
That you thought that Demon Dean's mum was hot or something, right?
Oh no, okay. A demon who's the king of the otherworld's mom, who is a witch, is hot.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
Who went buddy with Demon Dean, who is also hot.
I see. I do love when like rulers have at least like one living parent, because that's always like a really fun dynamic. Like, Mom, I'm the king. Yes, but I'm still your mother. Listen to me.
That was literally no. That is actually an actual scene. Like I'm not joking. There is one point. His mom is up here, and he's like, "Mommy, what are you doing here?" She's like, "You made me the king grandmother.
This is one thing I want to do for like a villain at some point. This is going to be an idea for parody pops actually. It was going to be like that the character the character what there was like the stereotypical like diabolical villain, but he actually has like a 5-year-old daughter, and it's like and whenever she's in the scene, he immediately switches personas. Like you do the same thing, but in reverse with like the mother. That would also work. Yeah, maybe he could actually have both. Maybe the grandma just kind of visits sometimes, babysit while he's off and doing his evil plans.
Oh yeah, Crowley, the demon guy, and I think his mom is actually also Scottish. So
Ah.
sorry,
Alright,
okay.
fair enough.
Anyways, back to the video. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, right? Well, I know a thing or two about Scottish grandmothers. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Have your family and your friend be at the party? You need to invite a bunch of people. It's not a party, it's a get-together. I'll think about it. What was it? I thought, was he laughing at that? Was that like a funny remark to him or something? Otherwise, he just stood there going like, ah, for a while. I reached in the corner. There you go.
I didn't notice it this time.
Yeah. All right.
No! It's gonna be a Nuker's image now.
Here's the question: do you just me and Chuckles, or do you get KW in there as well? Anyway, well, I know I'm not hanging out with this kid. I must have to deal with Skylar sipping over the demons. It was one time. Hello. I'm just reading the lines. Yeah, it's right there. There you go. Not my fault.
I just have the hots for Demon Dean from Supernatural. All right, if you see him, you understand.
Okay, fine. All right then. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay, so Supernatural Demon Dean. In Supernatural, Dean Winchester is one of the blah 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 blah. Not what I wanted. Google Images. Okay. I do understand, but the first image that you see when you search him up is him just going like, with like jet black eyes. That's like. I do see where you're coming from, objectively, but. The image does not do him justice.
You have to share that to Jandal because they're gonna be so confused.
All right. This is all right. I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna send the literal first image that comes up when you search Supernatural Demon Dean. This is what Google Images has chosen to represent him with. Oh wait, no, use Microsoft Edge. It was Bing Images. Never mind. Either way, it's close enough. Let's see.
I'm seeing the one I found. Wait, Bob, what did you find when you searched up? Oh no!
Let's see. Oh, okay, too many. I've got to delete the description. I've already made a point about the video description. That's fine. All right, here we go. Demon Dean. Like I said, you can see like, the handsomeness and everything. It's just that the photo does not do him justice. I'm sure that in the actual episode, the performance would also kind of like, emphasize that and whatnot. So yeah, again.
Yeah, like the
All
way he walked, I mean, like, dang.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is what I talked about before. Signature walks. It's not a bit part of characterization. A lot of the time it comes from the actors themselves. Why you don't see an animation very often.
Yeah, I was just like, God dang. He kind of like,
Also,
you
Ghost
know.
said that, yeah, hope reminds her of.
But
of
my
being
out,
catch-
please.
I'm working on it.
What did Bond see?
Maybe I should get rid of one of my 4 Black Beauty sisters images because I made my point about them already. I'm keeping this one though. This one stays.
Baby, come on,
Let's
guys, see what
see.
dude. I got constipated. Oh no! What did you see?
Yeah, that was part of it. I didn't name the file that, but that was what it was sent to me as. There you go. There he is. Aren't I beautiful?
Okay, that is like a zoom up close shot of the season finale where Crowley, the guy that I mentioned about his mom being hot, was like talking to Dean or whatever, being like, "Oh yeah, people assume that you're dead or whatever, but we really know that you're actually alive. So come on, come back to alive." And then you see his eyes being that.
Why would anyone assume that this man is dead? Look at him. He's the perfect image of, vivacity.
Yeah, there are better images of him.
If you weren't Ares before, you are now. There are. I can confirm there are better images. I just found the one that I thought was funniest because it was the literal first one. Anyway.
Someone that was more like that is when without the eyes, where he's actually like like, oh god, the bod, yeah, and like the hair, like, Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I have
the
these
eyes, but the hair, the bud.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
I forgot where that's from. Like, yet I hate myself because I watch so many like musicals and whatnot. So like Disney musicals. I mean, like the way is it from? No, it's from. Yeah, no, yes, it is.
It's
from
Moana.
Moana. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but anyways,
Yeah.
segue time. Yeah, segue. Hey, speaking of pizza, he's talking about pizza.
Yes. What were you speaking about pizza? That wasn't part of the song. What can I say except you're welcome for the pizza I send to your house?
Hey, it's okay. You're welcome. I'm not just an average pizza delivery guy.
All right, we'll count that, I guess.
Oh my god!
Right.
Tito just came out of nowhere. Okay.
That's the second time Tito's jump scared you. I wasn't even trying that time.
I have my eyes closed when I
Anyway.
was trying to improvise because that's how I think. I just close my eyes, being like, okay, make sure this sounds right.
All my hamsters are at full pelt. I cannot mess this up on Gacha review. The pressure.
The pressure. Ah!
Oh my god. Didn't.
I have the song for sure in my head, but I just forgot how the lyrics go. Bomb and Kento. I hate myself. Because I hear it in my head and I just know it. But it's like, how do I do it? But see, my brain's just does not compute.
But you said from Encanto, which way we talk about a different song now?
Pressure like a
Okay, yes. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, the beat is accurate. It's just the way that you've supplied the drip line. Yeah, fantastic. Because we're still in Gacha reviews too real. Except if Gacha reviews BP Buster on Gacha review half the time. Yeah.
He has stopped work.
Also, yeah, to be fair, MCD Lawrence also did turn into a demon guy to some extent, depending on like how much it classifies
Oh,
as
is
shadow.
that so? I mean, no. Okay.
Oh, so I'm not alone then. Well, the turns have tabled.
Okay, so maybe I do have a problem with demons. Maybe. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. No. Wait. Here's the real question. Do you guys consider vampires demon spawns because technically they're the undead, like demons?
Well, I mean, the undead is, quite a big umbrella term anyway. You could include like, zombies and skeletons and such in the undead, and they wouldn't
Well,
like. be
okay,
considered
that's
demon.
fair. Just
Yeah. I will say in the Buffy lore, vampires are actually let's see. I think they're like half demon or they are demon spawn, so they do count as a form of demon. They're just not. There's when someone refers to demons in Buffy, they're normally not referring to vampires specifically because they are so like commonplace. So yeah, I guess if you talk about it depends on the lore, I suppose. If we're talking Twilight vampires, probably not.
Okay. I just looked up this real quick. So technically, there are some. If I read this right, they can be considered a type of demon, but in most like lore, vampires are weaker than demons. So, in any case, so that means if we really want to say Astarion is a vampire, but it could be considered as a type of demon. Yeah, I have demon problems.
I don't like to talk about the demon connection. It always depresses me so. Just think of me as an incredibly strong vampire that is willing to back you up at any moment. That is all that I plan to be.
So this is not the time to be here. This is not the birthday stream. Like I told you this before.
Whatever do you mean? Do you plan to leave me at camp? We both know that rarely happens.
No, I'm not leaving you at camp. No, you're my vampire boyfriend. So like, why would you leave me at camp? It's not like I'm trying to protect you from like vampire hunters.
Maybe you do.
Besides, if you take Gary around all the time and he's a dead man walking, I mean, I feel like it balances. Here he tells us Saddlin to smooch us staring is crazy. You have no idea. Yeah, that's true. I don't watch all the Baldur's Gate streams, but I've watched enough to notice the pattern.
Yeah.
Cheating on you with Kyber. Leave me out of this. I'm not involved.
No, you're not involved because you're from you. Oh wait, no, you technically are. Wait, oh no, wait. If I'm
There are far too many important billionaire things to be worried about, like children's card games, for example.
Well, technically, you're dead right now in the Varaine's campaign because you're so far into the future. You're kind of like an old man, or you're dead. No, hold on. No, I give up.
Does that mean that Mokuba has my company? Oh no, this truly is the darkest timeline.
Yeah, he bankrupted.
Gosh darn it, Mokuba. Of course.
Yeah, another company took over.
Every time I leave you in charge, someone takes over the company. Granted, the first time you got kidnapped by like 5 grown adults and you were a child, but still, if I had a nickel for every time it happened, I wouldn't count it because I'm a billionaire. I don't count nickels.
Mother, it's not my fault. I didn't know that making the world's largest pizza would cost a lot of money.
It is the world's largest pizza, Mokuba. Look at a Guinness Book of World Records next time.
I was lagging so bad that I kept disconnecting and my mic wouldn't work.
Oof.
Yeah, you're a little bit choppy right now, but not incomprehensible. So yeah, I mean, it seems
Wait,
like
hey.
your account's recovering.
Well, hey, at least this video's not lagging.
Yeah, speaking of the video, look, a perfect segue back into it. Yeah, about that, where have you been? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I mean, it's not that crazy, to be honest. Some girl stole your phone, you chased after her, you end up going to the police. It does happen.
Oh, look here! There is no backwards hand whatsoever. They chased ahead. Oh, so they were just being lazy during that one particular scene. I see how it is.
That hand also looks like lobster claws to me, but it does at least show, yeah, okay, there's some attempt to get the thumb in the correct side.
Exactly.
Come on, tell me. I think I've met the craziest person in the world. Craziest? Wait, don't tell me she's also the prettiest. Why is that your assumption?
What?
Why?
What?
Do those two things go hand in hand or something?
We going
Crazy.
hand to
I was
hand.
crazy once.
Yeah, I think both
They
of us
locked
do
me
the
in a
same
room.
thing.
A rubber
Yeah.
room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy.
You know, actually, I'm surprised none of us made a single reference to that meme in like the rat-themed episode we just played last week on Mrs. of Occulta, and I think about it. Yeah. Anyways, if crazy makes you pretty, I'm a supermodel, so, you know, I mean, I'll take it.
I'd also be a supermodel.
No, definitely not the prettiest. Oh, I forgot this episode. This episode was called Perfectly Ugly. I forgot what the title of the series was. I think Sean Vince or Shadi or Josh, like a weird mix of all of them, and they all have like voices like the same like registry as each other. So I guess it tracks. Yeah,
Everyone here is majestic.
yeah. I was about to make this exact same joke, but I switched it to myself. I'll give Kenobi a break for a second. There you go.
Please, I need a break. Look, here's the thing. My brain is fried. No, brain blip. It's a brain blip right now. Or fried. You know, I give up. You know, my brain. And then we finally figure out I have a sort of thing for demons for no reason. It just sort of happened. And then Bond is like, oh, hey, guess what? Like, relax, okay? Because, you know, Ghost Game was like, hey, look, I'm perfectly getting back to Vio. Hey, KW's here. It's going to take a while. I told him, do you forget that every time BB's here, or even Aiden, they make Jacob straight for like 3 hours because they have to go and write about some Marvel stuff? Did we forget about that?
Yeah, those two together, difficult combination. Yeah, didn't think that one through.
Oh, my mic is still working. I was just too quiet for my mic this time.
Yeah. Well, okay, fair enough then. But yeah. It's not going to stop the convo to speak. Oh, sorry, you're talking to Diesel. Yeah, there's a bit of a combination of both. Yeah, like we did hear a little bit, but like again, if someone's talking at once, I always go like try to go with the person who started first or was like trying to follow along with what was being said. So yeah.
No, it's because I didn't see like the little like outline on the ring on my icon.
Yeah.
But yeah, but so, anyways, I'm just saying. Here's the thing. I wasn't even technically playing. I just went to chill in the live chat until I saw like the backwards hand, and you guys mentioned about the backwards hand. So you know, like I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't worry. Go you here because that can I not get to do this.
Listen,
if crazy equals pretty, they ought to lock you up.
You remember this from it, but I like to ramble. And I tried to keep the ramble hit while Jacob streams. Trust me, I know it was like not to stream for a very long time.
KW, look beside you.
No, I'm not falling for that.
Waiting for this ramble for such a long time.
Hey, I don't go as big as just a baby ain't it, alright? Just saying.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, I thought
you're
definitely not that
not
woman.
that woman.
Too early for you to say. How come I have that? I'm not that girl.
Yeah, okay, I went to it because I've been watching like Big Bang. Well, I finished Big Bang Theory, but I was rewatching it again to like see if I know something whether when I'm watching like Young Sheldon. And it was, if you remember, Jim Parsons went on either the Saturday Night, I don't know which one it was, but like one of those like late night shows or whatever. And he's like, I'm not that guy you see it on the TV or whatever. And it goes, I'm not that guy. So I just went in my head and go, I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl who ever exaggerates about Sonic lore or is singing like this and don't know how to ride. I am not that girl. Because you see, the real girl is like, that's what happened, basically.
Yeah, I thought Bomb was going with a Wicked reference, but yeah, I mean, fair enough, that works too. Alright. Anyways, I'll cut my hair if that happens.
Wait, what?
Let me guess. At the end, he's gonna cut his hair.
Oh, look, a birthday party. Whoever could be responsible for this?
You just like stumble upon birthday parties.
Well, I mean, if someone's setting up, I guess if you walk into a venue at a certain time, technically. Anyway, you could find some ideas for Celine's party. Hopefully none of the people who are actually celebrating right now will notice that we're gate crashing.
Celine Dion?
That's right, you know. You better prepare Celine Dion's birthday party. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. I feel it.
Okay, there we go. So, all right, this is where I saw the word princess in the video. Didn't think this was going to be the segue, but all right. I mean, you are dressed as a, you know, someone who started off as a princess in, you know, in the first time she was introduced. So, I mean, you know.
Oh my god. No, I know what she's being. Oh my god.
Is she Elsa?
Well, yeah, pretty sure. Obviously.
I think I just got a taste of my own medicine on the ear destroying.
Mm-hmm.
My ears are ringing.
Everyone's going to work. Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that screech. I was
KW, you stole my whole flow.
Also, did you only? I think I'm desensitized to it, but you know, fair, very fair. Yeah. Which, yeah, good question, by the way. Were there only 2 costumes they could think of in this situation? By the way, his mask is like, you know, like, not obviously his hair right now. So distracting. But aside from that, yeah, like they could have, if there were costumes lying around, you would think that they were either intended for the party entertainment, because they do hire party princesses and heroes for these things, all the way they bring their own costumes. So I don't know.
Can we please make life again not your thing? Oh. Are you talking to me or you? Because I told you that was a screech.
Dito.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, because like I posted
that
that screech I just
Okay.
like did. That was not on purpose. That was me. I was trying to do that like high degree, like it just goes a little bit higher, but I didn't know I went that high, so I stopped immediately as soon as I realized like, oh, I'm going too high. That's going to hurt people's ears. I am so sorry. So I will apologize right now because I wasn't planning to go that high. I did not.
It's not her fault. She can't control herself in my presence, you see.
No, sir.
I apologize about deafening everyone.
I don't know if you heard my pickup line earlier. If crazy equals pretty, then they should lock you up.
If crazy
There you
equals
go. That was
pretty,
the reaction I was hoping for.
if crazy equals pretty, then I'm majestic.
I mean, if you're the one who's going to look me up, sure. No, I don't.
Ask and you shall receive, dear flower.
Do you want to finish the one? Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Yeah, we probably should finish the stream. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's going to be
But I
my
be the
hero.
I can be the hero. Please.
I could be your hero. Save me now.
I need a hero to save me now.
I could be the hero.
There are a lot of hero songs I think about, actually.
Vaughn, you're majestic. Don't listen to what anyone tells you.
Especially yourself. Didn't hear staring. I heard majesty. Oh yes, but of course, yeah, because I have to use that. That's the same, like, you know, I can't do a proper majesty impression. Okay,
Guys,
check out where
everything's
it's
like
from.
Cheshire. Cheshire is a very easy impression for me to do, obviously, but aside from him,
Do not ruin a story for me, Chad. Do not. I swear, if you do, I will find ways to get into your house and lock you into my basement and never see the daylight ever again.
ruining
Why do you want me to?
Stargaze.
Why do you want to lock me in your basement?
Because
Yeah,
that was
also, what about ruining Starkid exactly?
nothing. Anyways, speaking of princess, she's talking about being a princess, right?
Again? We need the employee to dress up as Elsa now.
God,
Yeah, maybe they'll
fuck me
switch.
in
Yeah.
basement again. Why did you get into my basement? Hey, hold on. Did you break it in? Did you break into my basement?
I guess. Also, I guess now I think about it, yeah, I guess we know now why it's supposed to be like Hope's like new job because of the the implication was that oh wait no, her boss just like told her off, she didn't like get fired or anything. Okay, this is like a regular thing.
What is going on with that design over there in the background?
Which you mean the one with like at least the hair's not it's not super massively overpowering the helmet. Aside from like a little bit at the top there, which is difficult to see because you've got the outlines. It's mostly coming down the bottom, which would make sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
it just looks really off because everyone else has like black outlines or like a darker shade of the outlines or whatever, and you just see one with just like everything is brown outlines. Like it just put me off.
Well,
It's so
yeah.
sad.
If anything, that's like light brown hair with like a filter over it, like a blue filter and blue outlines. Yeah. Yeah, and I love this new POV because the outfit's colored back reminds me of the Cheshire Cat. Oh, a little bit actually. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh yeah. I still get you embraced with the steel call my lord. How dare you?
Yeah, he hasn't heard the plans you've told me. Anyway.
Oh no, he hasn't. Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, hello kids, I'm Princess Perfect, who does not look like any other princess you could possibly think of in this outfit.
Especially one that doesn't have ice powers.
So I guess they had a generic princess outfit, which is not impossible to think of actually, and probably would explain the boredom from the children.
But you look
without
like
the
Elsa.
association. Yeah, exactly.
You're not Princess Perfect. You're ugly.
It's like, shh, we're not allowed to legally say that.
I love you reviving Cloma in a second at mentioning making it
She's Princess
No,
Perfect.
I was just me and Jacob were just checking
More like
Cloma
Princess
and
Perfectly Ugly.
so no, I just saw this bonds thing that I love you reviving this Cloma in the second at mentions, but I'm like, we were just talking about Cloma in generally because he was asking me questions or whatever. And I just said something about I was like, oh, maybe I could do this sometime in the future. Maybe. Like it wasn't like a set in stone or anything, like we were just talking. That's what happens when you come up these.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably would save any crossover complications with two shows with extensive casts and everything. So
yeah, no, like
might be useful. Anyways.
it might be it's like one of those things. Oh, it might be useful in the future. It's just not set in stone. It's just more like it's just something like, oh, this could be interesting. Because I like when I don't abuse.
Yeah. Look perfectly ugly to me.
Oh my!
There it is. That's
Guys, we're
anyway. Yeah.
No, not the girl laughing like an anime character.
They all kind of are just different types of
Pearl
anime
Critters,
characters.
yep, Rookles, like GG, it's over because they said the title.
Come
GG.
here, you cute little boy.
No, see, to make it like a real anime character, you have to have like one hand rather than two. Do that. Anyway.
Come here, you cute little boy.
No, Jacob, why you did that so perfect? No, don't like that. No.
I thought you were talking about like how he's approaching this boy with a history of domestic abuse, but okay, yeah, sure. That's that impression. All right. Okay.
Wait, no, hold on. Because this is kind of like, so here's the thing, like everyone knows I'm in a Yu-Gi-Oh campaign, right? It's like I don't need to really talk about this. So when Jacob,
yeah, there were like a bunch of guys to do that. Yeah, we thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's basically like, I said you're calling out, and now it's your turn. With 200 life points, you're going to lose.
There you go.
There
you go.
KW.
I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards on standby for that.
KW. Die, Suki.
I have Yu-Gi-Oh card. Wait. Ignore that.
Draw
I have
your
new
last
cards.
pathetic card.
I Joel, I special summon my blue lights white dragon. It's not really a blue lights white dragon, but since we keep talking about Kaiba, I'm just saying
I
it is.
special summon Obelisk the Tormentor.
Well, we're dead.
Well, I summon Slifer, the executive producer.
Well, I summon Raw.
My friend actually has that role in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Camp.
All of my Yu-Gi-Oh! references are from the abridged series and from KW's videos. I know nothing else about the lore. It's got me this far, to be fair. Yeah.
That's my friend.
Oh.
There you go.
Dang it, Jacob on stage me. Dang it.
It was a prompt for me. I wasn't trying to. My bad. It wasn't like the Wally situation where I was like, oh, what have I done?
Wally.
Yeah.
your
yeah. I just remember there's like one video that we did that in, and then you were like, and then instantly you're like, why? I thought it was good.
Jacob.
Anyway,
Bing
Yeah.
bong impression. Bing bang, bing bong.
I haven't watched Inside Out in English, so I'd have to look that up. I'm afraid. Yeah. By the way, in Inside Out 2, there's a character named Chuckles.
Now you're assaulting a child. Hope. Now you're and I'm pretty sure you missed the line before that.
This is the second. This is the third character this woman has assaulted, and the second child she's assaulted in this one video alone. Yeah, no,
Who
you're
was
right.
the first child?
We got the thing in. We got to get the thing in.
Oh. Yeah,
Right.
she's assaulted. Play the red flag.
There it is.
Red flags, red flags. They're back for you and I. Red flags,
flags,
red
red
flags.
flags.
Next time
Next
call
time
the
call the
FBI.
Yeah, you're actually pretty close. We're only hearing the tune a couple of times. That's pretty good. Anyways, no, don't pinch my cheeks. There's a mosquito. It's not. There's a mosquito. It's not me. Mosquitoes obviously
can-
pinch that hard with like that much surface.
I can
Maybe
see you.
Maybe she's
I
one
can-
finger like everyone else does in this world.
I can see you do that. I can see you doing that.
Yes. Here you go. I will pinch. There you go. Pinched.
Okay, I did not mean to go that. I was trying to go like now. Not like
Yeah.
that. Not.
You think she's gonna
No,
get fired now?
That's more your fluster scream. Yeah, she probably should get fired for this, to be honest. Yeah. The child with the long nail. Yeah.
Wait, why is there like a poppy call on? Okay, sure, whatever. I just realized that. I know.
Yeah.
What? Hold on. What the?
There have been several of those. There was like, I think that was also a sound effect for that one too. I'm thinking
Also,
maybe that was like maybe that's one of those things where someone's like, hey, did you manage to guess like how many paw prints there were in this episode? To anyone who guesses the correct number, you'll get a pinned comment or something. Maybe that was the idea behind that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Also, I hope it isn't actually that ugly.
Well, in universe, I mean, with Gacha characters, it's kind of hard to tell anyway because with how the face design works, it's difficult, not impossible, but difficult to pull off making characters, handsome and/or ugly without having to warp their proportions beyond recognition. I will say it's very easy to make characters as ugly in Gacha if you just do that, but in universe, I suppose. Yeah, she's
Wait,
not
Mike
ugly
was
by
that?
other reasons. That's true. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, backwards lobster claw. Yeah, you're right.
No, on the boy.
And the boy as well. Yeah, he's got his thumb both pointing in both the same direction. Yeah, that's not how hands work. Who wants balloons?
Oh yeah, sure, balloons. That would make it all okay.
Me.
I guess it
we all have
does.
to say me at the same time.
What the? Okay, sure, whatever. Yeah,
Me.
if I was a
Yeah.
child, I'd be like, I'm calling the cops. I'm going to tell my mommy on you.
Yeah, at
Excuse
least
me, where
tell
can
your
we find
parents.
about the
Absolutely.
princess character for our party next week.
Yeah.
Mommy, the princess was being mean.
Does he not recognize? Does the
Correct.
pink
Well-
hair guy not recognize her?
I mean, she's in full princess costume. Aside from the hair is identical, in all fairness, but
And the face.
aside from that, she does look different. Maybe she's been like made up or something. I don't know. There's so many
Ah, you
terrible
want a
children.
princess?
Yeah, but you haven't. I don't think you've assaulted any of them. You've assaulted 2. Anyway. So you wanna hire a princess? You can talk to her. Just keep
Like-
her away, children. That's what we'd prefer.
And keep him away from that random guy in all black clothes.
True. Yeah. Which, by the way, you probably want to change your outfit. Bad associations. Anyway, you can talk to her. Hi. I do like that one. I'll say this. I like that the extras are like actually like being like rowdy children in the background. I think one of them is actually floating on top of the balloons. That one I question,
Oh,
but the other
good.
actually, like the one at the bottom there's like the knee
Drop
slide.
the
singing.
child.
Fantastic. No notes.
Drop the child.
Tristan, ask if she can be hired as a princess. Why does Tristan have to ask her? You're the
Yeah,
one
you're
who
the one who-
inquired, and you're the one directly talking to her.
I just really, it was kind of.
Like you
No,
can see it in the employee's face that they're like, just tell her, just ask her.
Yeah, like
My
what?
problem is that I don't have patience for all the meltdowns. These days, I do too. But when I was like younger and I had like family members coming over there and they had like little kids or whatever, I'm like the freaking babysitter.
I have 5 cousins, and the oldest is like 6, so I'm used to
You
it.
gotta believe me. Sir, I don't get that child in self-defense. You gotta believe me.
Sir, I don't kick that kid in self-defense.
No, wait, you,
Hide me.
me, huh, he, you. No, I'm done. No,
By the way,
no,
this would be a. You know what, I'm gonna say this. This would actually like if she was to reveal herself right now instead of like hiding. This would actually be the perfect way to repay her debt, right? I mean, maybe she might have to work at like a discounted price or something, or potentially not, but or do us a favor, whatever it might have been. But actually, as far as deals go, not the worst, not the best.
Backwards,
Backwards,
backwards here.
overall, but not
Backwards
the
here.
worst.
No,
Oh yeah.
no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'm
I
done.
see.
Know what?
Yeah.
I'm done. Know what? This is the perfect timing. I am going to get dinner now. I know. I am done with this. You know what? Everything. It's. I can't take this anymore. I can't take this like video seriously anymore. Do I have any pros? Some of the character designs are not too bad. They could have been improved on. Story is kind of iffy for me. It's kind of weird and whatnot. Cons, backwards hands, backwards hand, backwards hand, and then what's it? Oh yeah, backwards hand. Yeah, backwards hand.
KW,
All
make
right.
sure never to look behind you again.
I will make sure of that. But until then, I'm going to have dinner. I am so done. I need food early now. I
Wait,
am
you
about to
gotta
crash out.
drop the like line.
I'm going to crash out. And also, if this video gets like
We're
5
not
likes,
doing the actual outro yet. The video's not over. It's just KW is leaving, giving her final
Yeah.
thoughts now.
and so if this video gets 5 likes, I may do like a hair part AU and see if Jacob can do all voice lines. We'll just have to see, to see how much you
Yeah.
guys really care about that. So yeah. Anyways, goodbye.
We gotta get Emily as like Hermione or something as well. That'd be amazing. All right. Also, that is true. Yeah, you have talked about your cousins. That's true. Okay.
My cousins just bite me.
To hear that, yeah, that's that's the weird thing that I guess. Wait, actually, oh yeah, so there was a 6. Yeah, there must be like teething to potentially some of them, maybe. I don't know.
The ones who bit me had full sets of teeth.
Oh, I see. Then yeah, no excuse for that. Anyways, hide me. What? He's already seen you. It's hard to hide somebody in a very like attention-grabbing blue dress. I at least appreciate how they tried to like cover that for like, with Tristan and Carter trying to, I always call him Josh, Tristan and Carter making a plan of some kind. But yeah, I mean, maybe the Carter's trying to justify why it should be him. I think because I guess like Celine is probably like a relative of Tristan's particular. That's why he should be like in charge of this, or because it's all for someone that Tristan is close to. Maybe, I don't know. It's like, you'll do.
You're
a princess or
I'm a
yes,
hero.
to
princess.
both of those things.
I'm a hero.
It's the-
Princess. I do not follow normal gender norms.
It's the 21st century. Princesses can be heroes too. Except I look like Elsa, who arguably did more harm than good in the first movie.
Yeah, it's not like I almost killed my sister twice.
And my kingdom, as well. If it hadn't been for Hans, the literal antagonist, they probably all would have frozen. Just realized that. Anyway. I'm a princess hero.
Called it.
I think we should look somewhere else. Honestly, me too. Narratively, that doesn't track. But yeah. To be fair, I would think the same thing. Interesting whisper font, actually. No, like you can resize the font in the narrator function. That's what I do to represent whispers. As you know, I do it to represent like different spaces if I want to have like massive lines. But yeah, it could be an idea. Never thought to change the font before, actually. Anyways, give me back my helmet, Hope. You!
Sorry, I think my mic
Soldier
is-
boy, tell him. You!
It's you. So yeah,
Oh, never mind.
that was pretty
That's
interesting.
the copyright song. It was relatively interesting. And, yeah, I mean... It definitely felt like it's like same DNA, that's for sure. I mean, there are some alarm bells. Those absolutely. I feel like the first couple of scenes really like cemented, aside from like the narrator thing, like it probably established. Okay, we've got some, like we've got someone who's like has a tragic backstory that's like somewhat worked in, a bit of a flashback rather than like having to do it through narration. If I start with narration for that like brief bit, which as Gingerbread pointed out, never comes back into play. But yeah, like after that, as soon as she actually starts like displaying, what her actual personality is, it's like, oh wait, this character sucks. Which is a lot of people thought about Marinette and Miraculous, which makes sense given the inspiration that given how much of a fan Same Janae is of that series. So it's sort of all kind of bleeds in together. I was going, wait a minute, actually, I was going to definitely see Marinette stealing someone's phone. I think that she actually did that one time to Alia. So that is actually a thing that happened in an episode. So yeah, it tracks completely. It's just that, without, she doesn't possess all of the positive traits that Marinette also has. People pretend just don't exist because they want to make their point about her being terrible. But yeah,
in my
like,
opinion,
in the case of Hope, we haven't seen that yet, so can't really make that assessment. I don't think Master Fu would have chosen her, though. She would have drop-kicked the child before saving one of them.
Pros, character designs were cool. Outfit designs were cool. Cons, multiple crimes. The main character should be locked up. No wonder no one likes her.
Yeah.
If someone assaulted me, I wouldn't like them.
Yeah, like being ugly is the least of her problems, both in terms of her psychology and the way that she interacts with other people, which kind of go hand in hand. The series is seemingly like almost like mislabeled, I would have thought. I mean, again, it's come into play a couple of times, but not really to much of a degree. My pro is that some of the editing surprised me. Like again, like at least like a few details here and there, of like the moving background and and the green effects of the water, the general customization, and the extras as well, like the children, particularly. Like it does at least show. It shows like it's consistent with how RFA had a lot of to do with focused a lot on the technical aspects of things, and the story ended up falling to the wayside. I do wonder, actually, given that this show started and concluded before RFA, if we're going to see a similar trend with like the rest of the episodes, and we're going to see like that kind of general decline from
Jacob, can you show me Ghost Kitty's meme?
But oh, okay. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, general decline. That's 2 images. Okay, got to overlay both of them. All right. Yeah. So So I'm wondering if we're going to see like that same trend come to play. Like Same Day hasn't like properly planned these out compared to other. Well, compared to others, compared to like our own stuff. No, not compared to other people's stuff. Possibly on the same level as Kai Kyuko. That's a debate that I can see Josh asking somebody. Who's a worse storyteller, Same Day or Kai Kyuko? And let me tell you, there's arguments for both. But that's neither here nor there right now. So yeah, I might like go back and check out their actual Ginger rated videos, see like how much of how many of my thoughts coincide with the first episode, and then just kind of like stop after that. That's probably what I'll do. Yeah, in the meantime, let's add these images and unceremoniously conclude. Okay, here we go. Here's the first one. Here's the first image. Is Ghost Kitty is the I see like the version that kind of like implies like the Cheshire Cat color scheme. And then here's this was the Cheshire Cat one that says Fancy Kitty. It wasn't much of a meme, to be honest. It was just 2 images. I don't really know. I guess about this Ginger channel now. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll put it in the description. If you look up Gingerbread with 2 D's and all lowercase, that will come up. She's most known for the Ginger Rated series, but also has like general like story advice and stuff for gacha tubers particularly. That's how I found her originally. Then I realized like, oh wait, someone else who reviews gachas, but in a different structure entirely. So if you're looking for a more condensed but also an edited version of gacha review, but just less humorous overall, then it's a different experience overall. So yeah, go ahead and check those out. I almost pitched Mutant Girl as a series to react to, for one, for the fact that the whole high school disdain that she has. I've been like, yeah, this would have been a perfect fit. I think she's posted for a while, actually. Could be wrong. Anyway, that's that. I don't have anything more to say now because the outro kind of got like undercut. It was 9 minutes. It was 10 minutes instead of 12, but still not super short for these purposes of talking like editing taking a while and such. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. Not the worst same day video. Probably one of the best same day videos that we've seen, but that's a very low bar. So that's not saying much. So yeah, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. If you haven't done so already, check out Gingerbread, I guess. Why not? And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Farewell.